Hey, everybody. There is a chance. Oh, fuck. Can you hear me? Let me know in the chat if you can hear me. The thing's not making the motion it usually makes when I can be heard. So I'm nervous now. Yeah, nevermore. I hear you on family things being difficult. Can you guys hear me? Hang on, I'm going to type it in the chat. Oh, okay, loud and clear. Thank you, Bree. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm still using the Yeti. The Yeti is great. The Yeti is awesome. Um, and thank you, you know who you are for that. But uh our camera seems to be having a lot of difficulty. So I apologize for the boring visuals. I even put on eyeshadow and everything, but you can't see it. So meh. Yeah, so I might be joined. Sorry for all the throat clearing too, especially since this is just audio. That's terrible. So we just we cheated on our favorite Chinese place, and y'all, I got to tell you, this is a mistake. Don't do it. Don't cheat on your favorite Chinese place because they know what they're doing. You already know that. That's why it's your favorite, right? Uh but junk shop had a coupon and oh, sorry, for those of you who don't live in the south, that's a coupon. And we decided to try this Chinese place we'd never been to before. So we ordered our some usual stuff. Their dumplings were good. Their steamed pork dumplings were good, and I gotta say their dumpling sauce was excellent. Everything else was just kind of meh, like kind of meh. Fried rice, kind of meh. The stuff that junk shop orders each time, and I gotta say, their crab ragoon was horrific. If you've been listening to this channel for a while, you know that I'm lactose intolerant. And so if I'm going to eat some crab ragoon, there's a cost benefit analysis that I'm not going to get into that goes into that proposition. But so I tried. It was all hot cheese and like no crab. Whereas our favorite Chinese place, it's mostly crab meat and a little bit of cream cheese, which means the cost benefit analysis for me is much better. Um and yeah, we did it scientifically, y'all. We dissected every one and they were all terrible. So don't cheat on your favorite Chinese place is the moral of this story. And if it's local, even better. Okay. So that was my introduction. Um, yeah. Junie says, I feel like most I've had was mainly cheese. Yeah, no fair. There is a lot of cream cheese because let's face it, we're Americans and they know, people know their audience, right? So yeah, we like the melty cheese, even those of us who shouldn't, like me. And yeah, it's a thing. But this, like, I mean, there was no crab at all. It was just all cheese. And I was like, okay, if I wanted fried cheese, I would have ordered that, but no, did not. So gross. Um, and honestly, for me to say anything involving cheese is gross, especially since I can't have it. You have to understand, like, the dream. I have dreams about macaroni and cheese. That's how serious this is. Like, it's been so long since I've been able to eat macaroni and cheese without serious consequences that I dream about it. And I don't even dream necessarily about good mac. Sometimes I dream about good mac and cheese, like homemade mac and cheese with the bacon, the real bacon crumbles on top and shit. But the rest of the time, no, I'm dreaming about like that blue box, and that's enough. But no, I can't eat it. Cheese dreams. Hashtag cheese dreams. Yes. Hello, my darling. I love you. All right. Well, let's get into it. I may or may not be joined by crazy catnip at some point. Hopefully, she'll show up at some point. But if she doesn't, that's okay. Uh, Nevermore is one of the mutants who can still have dairy. I'm so jealous. Junie the Apostate says, can't do it anymore because of the lactose. They're easy to make, but I'm not sure about experimenting with alternative cheeses. No, fair enough. Fair enough. I respect that and understand it, Junie. I have a gut feeling, if you will pardon the pun, about that. All right, you guys. So let's get into it. I think I've bullshitted long enough. So Junk Shop and I did the right thing, and yet somehow we're still the assholes. So let me explain the title, just in case you didn't get a chance to read the little blurb or whatever. We've gotten vaccinated against COVID-19 twice. Oh, that's okay, Nevermore. I only had one wisdom tooth, and that was bad enough. Don't worry about it. And we've gotten our booster shots. But some people who we love very much and to whom we are very close are coming in this Sunday for a pre-Christmas visit. And they're not vaccinated. Oh, no worry. Oh, yeah. Whenever you get here, crazy. It's crazy catnip. It's all good. Sorry, I just called you just crazy. That's weird. But yeah, no, whenever. You're fine. Yeah, so we have some folks coming in from out of town, and they're not vaccinated. None of them are. None of the adults, none of the kids. Nobody's fucking vaccinated. Because one of the people in the household gets the vaccine, even though COVID almost killed that person. And yeah, I'm being real fucking careful with my pronouns, and I'm being real fucking careful without dropping any hints here, because some of my nieces and nephews actually occasionally watch my show, and I don't want them to feel bad. So it's not it's not your mama I'm talking about, okay? But there are people in my family who are not they're afraid of the vaccine. They're more than vaccine hesitant. They are intransigent. My parents, my dad's got a heart condition. He had open heart surgery 5 years ago and had a quadruple bypass. My mother has an enlarged heart, type 2 diabetes, and dementia. And they're going to show up and make food for these people to eat. Now, my parents have been vaccinated as well, because even though they are incredibly conservative, they also remember polio. I've talked about this before. So my parents are all about vaccinations. But some of the younger generations, not so much. I don't understand why. I don't know why they don't do the science. I don't know why they don't trust the science. They tell me they've done their own research. Okay, whatever. Hey, Cadence. When you can flop onto my lap anytime, darling. Just saying. Yeah, you know, yeah, my parents have never been vaccine hesitant. They've always just been grateful. They've been like, "Oh, look at the amazing. Hey, B, good to see you, darling. How you doing, sir?" Yeah, my parents have never been vaccine hesitant. They've always been like, "Yeah, vaccines are, they may say like God works through doctors or whatever, but they're fucking grateful for Dr. Salt and all the other doctors that came up with great vaccines." So they got their vaccinations like before I did. They got them as soon as, because they were eligible before I was. They got it as soon as they could, and never had an issue. Oh, hey, I have a guest. Do do do.
Is
Hey,
me.
how are
I showed up.
you? Oh, I
Sorry, I'm
can't
late.
hear you. Are you muted or is it me?
I shouldn't be, but I can turn my gain up. Is
It
that better
might
or
be me.
worse?
I don't have headphones in. Meh. Oh, quick, cat, entertain the people while I take a second and grab my earbuds.
I'll just
Sit.
dance for the people. It's fine. What's going up, chat? I see a B in the chat. Cadence! Hi, Cadence! I haven't seen you in the longest amount of time, it seems. Okay, Cadence says that she can hear me. Okay. Rad. Okay.
Shit, my earbuds weren't where they were supposed to be. Now I don't know where they are. Hang on.
Whoopsie daisies. Lucky for me, all of my shit's usually attached to my computer. So, how's everybody's day? I would continue Julie's story, but I don't know any more than everybody else does. A ghostly silence. I mean, at some point I'll start singing for your amusement if Julie doesn't come back soon.
Hey, I can hear your voice. Hi, cat.
Rad, you can hear me now.
You have a lovely voice.
Oh, thanks.
Wait, speak again.
Okay.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, cool. I
Awesome,
just need to
rad.
turn the volume up.
Oh, Junie, I'm sorry. Finals week sucks.
No, I think it. Well, maybe it wasn't me.
It's great and it's also bad.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's great because then it's the end.
Can you turn the volume up on your end?
I can turn my gain up.
Thank
Better,
you.
worse?
You're like a tiny wee voice in my ears.
You're also pretty quiet on my end.
I'm pretty quiet on your end? Okay, hang on.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I don't think I have options to turn you
Is
up.
that softer or louder?
Still about the same.
So about the same. Okay. Softer or louder?
That's a little bit louder.
Softer.
Cadence says I'm coming in loud and clear to them, so.
Okay, well this is all the way up, so that's as far as I can go. Jug Chop is looking at me from the corridor quizzically. Cat said it was fine from the audience. Cat sound.
That's what Jug Chop said. That's what Junie said. That's what Cadence just said.
Okay. Well, I guess as long as they can hear us, we can pretty much make ourselves out. It'll be okay.
Yeah, we
Anyway,
can figure it out.
hey guys, welcome Crazy Catnip, because she's freaking awesome. Thank you for joining me.
Well, thank you for having me.
Oh, of course, anytime. So I'm just I'm complaining about people I love not getting vaccinated, and then we have to be the assholes who are like, we're not coming to Christmas dinner because there are unvaccinated people there. And that sucks.
Yeah, that does suck. It puts you guys in a weird situation because I'm sure you want to see everybody. You just
I really do.
also...
This is somebody I love so much. I'm being very careful. I'm trying really hard not to say who it is because a couple of my adult nieces and nephews do occasionally watch my channel. They don't watch it regularly because it's not their thing. They're very Christian, and that's fine. Well, I mean, okay, let me be honest. I don't love that, but it's who they are, and I'm not gonna fuck with that, right?
Well, yeah.
So, and who knows? I was a believer until I was 40. They have time. So
exactly, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I certainly don't want them to, not be who they are. So that's fine. But also, yeah, it's really and just to give you all some context and to give Kat some context, they're coming from fucking Texas. Which
Lovely.
Yeah. Like, I mean, they could be coming from Tennessee. It would still suck. It's I honestly don't know which is worse, like where we are or Texas. But it's bad because we're some of those states that just won't get vaccinated.
I mean, I feel you. I'm also in the South, so.
I know that's one of the reasons I wanted to have you on tonight. So, oh, this is cool. Nevermore says, "Don't be afraid to be an a-hole when necessary." Thank you, Nevermore.
Nevermore. I haven't seen you in the longest amount of time either. Y'all just all hanging
Me?
out with Julie.
Yeah, no, I
I just
know.
haven't been around.
I know. I haven't been around. I'm sorry. Well, I was working a lot and then I got really depressed. And
I
depression is
I
not
feel that.
conducive to live streaming, oddly.
You know, I
Yeah,
agree.
right? It's like when you just feel exhausted and like you've given all you can give and can't look, I did enough to pay the fucking bills. I can't do any more today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
When
problematic
you've
for
used
sure.
all of your spoons surviving, it's kind of
Yeah.
hard to want to do any extra activities at all.
Yes, exactly. Used all of my spoons surviving. Absolutely.
I am with you.
And
I
that's why I
follow.
really appreciate the patrons that I still have. Goodness knows why, because I don't deserve them. They're amazing.
Yeah. Well, you're amazing.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you. Um, we try. But yeah, so are you. So
Well, thank you.
yeah, so basically so Sunday night is going to be a decision point where and Junk Shop has been a complete I don't want to say prince because that's so gendered, but just a
Just a complete
completely
sweetheart about
awesome,
it.
yeah, just an amazing human being about this. And they've said, put it all on me if you want. Like seriously, your family's never been mad at me. Just tell them I'm not comfortable. And that
They're
might be
such a
our
sweet
excuse for
cinnamon
getting
roll. I
out.
love them so much.
Right? I know, and I feel really bad because I don't want to cuz my family is a lot. It's what do the kids say these days? A bit extra.
Oh,
They're a
they're a bit
lot.
extra.
Yeah, they're a lot extra. Um
You
they're
know.
gossipy. And they really love junk shop and I don't want to I don't want to do anything to fuck with that, but at the same time I'm like, okay. Like the the part of me that's a total coward is like, yeah, I'll totally like
I
burn you
mean,
on that altar if it means that
sacrifice them to the
they'll still
pyre.
talk to me
Sacrifice
afterwards.
them to the pyre. I mean, it really is that way sometimes, though. Sometimes you got to use
Yeah.
what you got.
Huh?
So sometimes you got to use what you got.
Yeah, no,
If
you're right.
it's,
That's fair.
I mean, it would be different if you tried to use junk shop that way and they didn't want to,
Oh, yeah, no, that
like
would
if you were
be
just like, yeah, just gonna blame it on you, and they weren't okay with that, then that would be an issue. But
no, that would be
since they're
wrong.
offering, I guess it's okay.
Yeah, that's what the scenario that Kat just described is how not to relationship,
Correct.
essentially.
That is how you don't.
Yeah, that is how you don't. That is what not to do. Um but
That is how
sometimes
you end
you
up not
can.
in a relationship
Hmm?
quickly. So that's how you end up not in a relationship
Yeah,
quickly.
for sure. That is how you end up not in a relationship. I'm so sorry. I keep having to ask, huh? It's weird. I've got this thing turned up so loud. I'm hearing a clicking, but not your voice enough.
Which is weird.
Yeah, it's totally weird. I'm gonna see if I can mess with things on my end a little bit, but without killing the stream. But yeah, it's it's a fascinating situation, and I'm very grateful that they're willing to take that fall, and we do kind of have a mutual thing. Like, I mean, I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Like that, their family. I did give a fuck initially, like when we were first getting really serious. I gave a lot of fucks about how their family felt about me. And then as time has gone on, I'm just like, yeah, whatever. Like you know what? I love these people. They're great. And that's good. And beyond that, I know. Yeah. Hey, Mr. Shadow Kitty. Good to see you, doll.
Mr. Shadow Kitty!
I know. He just snuck in like a shadow. And
I
a
haven't
cat.
seen him in an eternity, it feels like.
I know. It's been forever.
It's like I was around a lot and then I fucked off the internet for a couple of months and then I come back and everybody's gone.
I know. Wow. Oof. Yeah. I've had a similar experience. I came back and like people were mad at me about shit. I didn't even know what was going on.
That's the
I'm not
worst
gonna get
thing.
into
Wait.
it. It's not a thing. They're not mad. It's fine. But yeah, I was just like, what is happening? Um, yeah. Anyway, life is weird on the internet.
Truly, honestly, it is.
Mhm,
Life is strange.
it is. I I think though that most of us,
Try to get Ellie ready for bed.
oh, hello, other person in the room. Um, okay, so Caden says, I'm just gonna go visit the parents for a day outside of Christmas to avoid the rest of the family. Oh, good call, Cadence. That's smart. And that's not a compromise. That was just a request of me from my mom so we can relax together. Okay, cool. That's nice. You and your mama can spend a nice day together and not have to deal with everybody else. I dig that. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah, thank you, Nevermore. Absolutely. That is the partner you want. Yeah. Hey Kat, speaking of partners, did we just lose yours? Did they just go to bed?
That is a story for another time as far as considering partner.
Oh, sorry.
But
Fuck. I did
uh,
not mean to step in anything.
no, you're fine. uh, yes, spouse is getting ready to go to bed. He's gonna probably bring a very wiggly waggly toddler in here so I can feed her dinner. Because she needs to be going to bed here soon. Because we're trying ever so desperately to get this kid on a schedule.
Oh, sleep schedules are hard.
I want to be lit on fire.
I know. My nephews lived with us when my brother was going through his divorce. Um, he made a very great second match, but his first one not so great, except we got two great boys out of it. But
Yeah, yeah.
the boys were little, and I was in high school, and he had to move back home with them in our parents' house, and I never had younger siblings. So I'd already, done quite a bit of changing diapers and stuff with the older nephew, but suddenly it was like every day. Like every
Yeah.
day I was helping out with kids and I was cleaning up the kitchen when I got home and I was doing high school and working a part-time job and all that. And I just thought, "Oh fuck no."
Yeah, you were like, yeah, I've done this once and I am never doing this again.
Kinda. Yeah. I mean, there
No,
were
I'm
definitely other factors involved, but that definitely made an impact on my
yeah.
I mean, I love those boys to death, and I definitely have a connection to them that I
Yeah.
don't necessarily have with anyone else. So that's cool, but yeah, it was not fun, and it was certainly not easy. I mean, one of them would have a nightmare, and there's your and then you still gotta get up at 6 a.m. to go to school the next day.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
It is the
Oh,
worst.
did I mean to be presenting? Oh, Junie. No, not really. It just kind of happened. Yeah, it's the OBS logo because I'm not using my phone. I'm actually using the computer, which is why Cat. Uh, that's why you got the tweet from Junk Shop and not from me,
Yeah.
because my computer apparently hates me and doesn't
Yeah.
want to. I don't know.
I messaged Junk Shop when I knew I was gonna be late, but I don't know if they ever seen it.
Oh, they may or may not have seen it. It's fine. Don't
Because I
feel
was
weird.
like, I'm gonna be hella late because
Well,
I
you
stopped
said
to
you said
vacuum.
May when we initially talked about it, not
Yeah.
will. So I just took you at your word and was like, "Hey, I may be joined by Crazy Catnip later, and that'll be cool." And it is cool. But I was totally,
Yeah. Well, I try to be places I say I'm gonna be, even if it's a maybe. I still try to
yeah, no, I
be
respect that.
respectful.
I absolutely respect that, but I'm a notorious flake, so I also I also understand.
Well, I
Like,
mean, I
no, I
was
just
late because I was doing something for my mom. She's been lovely these past couple of days watching the kiddo for me so I can get some rest.
mm,
And so she was like, "Yeah, I can't watch the kid tomorrow. I need to rest because my foot's super swollen because she's getting old and can't keep up as much as she used to could."
yeah,
And she was
I
like,
hear
"Yeah, so I
that.
need a break tomorrow." And I'm like, "Okay, can do." And she was like, "Yeah, I got to vacuum tomorrow." I'm like, "You're not gonna vacuum on your swollen foot. Let me vacuum for you." So I did that before I left her house tonight.
Well done. Good for you. Hey, Math Pig, my beautiful smile is hidden behind the fact that my webcam does not want to work, and I don't know why. So I
Technical
don't.
difficulties. Ew. Math
Yeah,
pig.
technical difficulties. I don't know if we
Is
need
it
a new
is it a
webcam.
stream with me in it if there's not some sort of technical difficulty still?
Thank you, Cat. I'll
Because
just
at
blame
this
you.
point,
It's Cat's fault.
yes, please do. It just is what it is. I show up
No,
places and shit breaks.
it's no, it's really not her fault. It's been this way for a while. I just don't know why. We can't figure out why. Everything's connected the way it should be. Everything
Probably a
says.
driver update. Probably,
I'm
if I had to
sorry.
guess anything.
Did I interrupt you?
No, you were talking and I was commenting on what you were saying.
Oh, you're fine. You comment all you want. Yeah, FYI, Math Pig, Kat and I apparently were both coming clear to the audience audio wise, but we're having trouble hearing each other. So if there's
yeah,
talking over each other, that's what's going on.
I actually turned up my I have the browser that I have this open in usually pretty low because people talk so goddamn loud. So I just turned that up so I can hear you better. So I can hear you like crystal.
Okay, cool.
So
Yeah, I can hear you kind of. I also wonder if I'm just getting older. Like I was in choir and band a lot, and
yeah.
I had some. I had my ears tested in my late 20s, and apparently I'd already lost a little bit of hearing, more so than most people. And they asked me, "Do you go to a lot of concerts?" And I thought like rock concerts, and I was like, "No, I don't have money for tickets," you know. But later I realized, oh my gosh, no, but I was in choir for like 12 years and I was in band for 3 years.
Yeah, those are concerts.
Absolutely, those are concerts. So yeah.
Place where loud shit is happening for a duration of time.
Exactly. Loud shit is happening. So I'm just curious, like, is this happening to anyone else? Is anyone else dealing with this issue of with the holidays are here, you got family gatherings coming up, and you've got unvaccinated friends or family members who just, won't get vaccinated and suddenly you're the asshole for not wanting to be there. Like is this I mean, I don't think I'm alone in this, but I'm just
I
wondering.
mean, you're certainly not alone from me because we've pretty much excommunicated husband's entire fucking family because they refuse to act like civil human beings.
Okay, cool.
Like they
That
haven't seen the kiddo since Father's Day,
mm,
and they're all irate about it. They're
well,
like, "You won't let us see our grandbaby." I'm like, "Well, you won't get vaccinated to protect the baby,
yeah,
so sounds
thank
like a
you.
you problem,
Yeah,
not a
that
me
is a you
problem."
problem and good on you for protecting your child because I
Until
mean,
I
I've
can,
read some heartbreaking stories. I'm not going to get into any, but
yeah,
they're just
absolutely.
awful.
Well, it's
So,
just like because my father-in-law actually popped in and like he showed up at my house without calling, without texting, just showed up at my house it was like a month or so ago, probably longer than that now. But he was like, we stood out on the front porch, and he was like, "So when can we be a family again?" And I'm like, "Soon as I can get her vaccinated, or all the adults in her life decide to get vaccinated."
mhm.
Problem solved.
Yeah.
Are you going on ice? Oh, tired.
Give mommy a kiss.
Oh,
Come here, baby.
everybody
Night
get excited. Baby watch. Hello.
Good
I
night.
know she can't hear me, but I'm going to say
Go with
anyway.
daddy. Good night. Night, night, my little love bug. Oh my goodness. Yeah, really, in 5 days we'll have a 2.5-year-old.
Hey Google.
My goodness.
Yeah, I was about to say, I met you like right after I had her, so you've seen her since
Yeah,
she was
yeah,
a
she
little
was
bitty
teeny.
baby.
Yeah, she was like, you were like, I gotta jump off the screen. Baby needs me, you know.
Yeah.
Not screen,
Now she's like
stream.
a
Sorry.
whole person.
Yeah. And now she's like this little talking, wandering creature that
Yes.
has the most beautiful hair I've ever seen.
Thank you.
It's so cute. Drew! Hey, man.
Drew, let me say, as a person that has a baby, same.
Yeah.
Oh, baby. Also, ugh, baby.
Drew's a IRL buddy of mine. We play D&D together.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, good
Also,
people.
Julie, I don't know
Drew is
how.
good people.
Yeah, I don't know how around you've been lately, but I've been running a D&D campaign myself and streaming it on Twitch. And B
Oh
plays.
shit. I'm sorry. Send me a link. I've got Amazon Prime. I can subscribe.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah. I don't.
But
It's not
it's
like I use it for any. I've got Amazon Prime. I don't use it for shit. So
yeah.
yeah.
Well, I'm not to a point where I have the ability for people to sub yet. But eventually.
Well, whatever works. Like
Yeah.
that's awesome. And
But
also
I'll
just
throw you a link to it. We've been doing it every other Sunday.
Sure. And I gotta say, like, I know this is a weird niche thing to say, but there aren't a lot of women DMs out there.
Yeah,
I'm
I've
not talking about the
noticed.
BDSM community. Everybody, get your mind out of the fun place. Let's go to the other fun place. I'm talking about Dungeons and Dragons.
I mean, some of my players would probably say that I am a DM in the other manner.
Nothing wrong with that. But yeah, no, there aren't a lot of women who are dungeon masters for Dungeons and Dragons, and so like yeah, we're a rarefied breed, so that's freaking awesome.
Right? It seems like it. I mean, I'm still learning, so don't expect anything special.
I know I am too. You're constantly learning. Thank you, Math Pig.
But no,
Drew says his girlfriend is a DM. Whoops, wrong thing. And also, thank you, Drew. Wait, I don't know if you're talking about your girlfriend or me, but either way, her campaigns are goofy is always a good compliment. There we go.
Right? Oh my god! So the last session we played with our crew, we added 2 new characters.
Yeah.
One is a player character, and one is I have a friend that's been DMing like most of my life, so he's helping me, and he's playing an NPC named Jesus H.
Does it stand for Harold?
No, it's he's our Jesus stand-in. It's great. He acts. Imagine, I think it's Cheech from Cheech and Chong. His voice,
yeah.
But Jesus, just hi all the time. Just hi, Jesus.
Like it's all good, man.
It's great.
It's all about love, man.
It's my favorite thing that has ever happened.
That is fantastic. I love it. That's so cool.
But no, you are definitely welcome around. And then I don't know if you're on Discord ever, but we play games in the Discord sometimes.
I'm not on Discord enough. That's the problem. I'm just old enough to where Discord confuses me. It looks like the old message boards from way back in the day, from like when I was in high school more than 20 years ago. And
more than an undisclosed amount of time ago.
Yeah, thank you, an undisclosed. That's a better way to say it, an undisclosed amount of time ago. And now it's like I get on and I'm like, you're playing some game I don't give a fuck about because I've never played it, and you're talking and I don't care. And by that I mean like the video games, that people play while they're on Twitch. And I was like, seriously, you just watch people play video? People watch you play video games? and
Yes.
chat? That's a thing? Like, to me, that used to be a thing that, like, okay, I will tolerate watching you play a video game until you get bored and wanna have sex. That was, like, the that was
That
the
is the weirdest foreplay ever, Julie.
it
Thanks.
is weird, and it does not speak well of my early sex life, but, like, seriously, that was it's like, yeah, I'll vaguely pretend to be into this until, you decide that I'm more interesting than the fucking game you're playing.
Well, see,
And,
I grew up
that
being
might be that might be why I have an issue. I don't know.
yeah,
Yeah, maybe
maybe
I
so.
need to bring that up with my therapist, I'm not sure.
Yeah, maybe that's a question for the therapist.
Yeah,
But I mean,
it
I
could
I
be.
love watching people play video games because A, I don't have to do it. If it's a
Some
game
I
I'm
do.
not super interested in, like it's
Yeah.
something that's like, yeah, it looks interesting, but not really my cup of tea, then I love to watch other people play it because then it's like, great, I'm getting all of the pleasure of playing this game without having to play this game.
Yeah, with none of the stress. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
there have definitely been games like that, and the big one for me was, oh gosh, Mass Effect in all of its incarnations.
Yes.
I loved watching my ex play Mass Effect because he played it really well, and there's this and I tried to play it, but the planet where you have to drive, I suck at driving games. I just suck at all
Yes. And
driving. I suck at real life driving too, which may have
also the
something I don't
Mako
know if
fucking
there's a
sucks to
correlation.
drive.
But I just I'm a grandma driver, but I'm like I suck at driving games, and there was this planet I couldn't get past, and it just killed the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was a bummer. So I got to watch them go farther, or watch him rather go farther in Mass Effect than I ever went, and that was
Yeah.
fun. And I enjoyed it enough to enjoy watching him play it,
Right.
but, like, that's the only one that springs to mind. Usually, it was just kind of like, "Yeah, I'm just biding my time. You're gonna read a book."
Yeah, right? Well, see, that's like books don't do anything for me, and movies don't either.
Okay.
So video games are kind of like because it keeps the ADHD brain to me more
Oh,
occupied
yeah. Yeah.
because I can do
I
more.
Yeah, my brother has ADHD, and it's like but he's developed, and he's older than I am. You may or may not this may or may not resonate with you, I don't know, but he graduated high school in 1986. So uh
Very before my time.
sorry brother, that is totally out of your age. I love you. um but but the reason I say that is that when he was in high school, no one recognized ADHD as a thing.
Yeah, you were just bad.
Yeah, you were just a bad kid. He was a poor behaved kid. He had behavioral issues. He was hyperactive. Those were the kinds of notes that the teachers would send home, right? So he got through high school, and he went into the army, and then he got through about a year of college on the oh sugar, what is it? The program for former vets. The GI Bill. The GI Bill. Got it.
Yes.
Yeah. But he failed out. And he was trying, and I mean, this is when he was going through his divorce, and we lived in the same house. I saw him. Like, I helped. Like, he tried so freaking hard. He would take notes during lectures, audio tape the lectures, come home and transcribe the audio tapes of the lectures that he had taken real time notes in, and still would have trouble.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
And
Hmm.
that was when I first started to realize, okay, something is wrong, because my brother is not stupid. There's nothing stupid about him. He's very smart. And so I was like, there's something else going on. And then later, he was in his, I want to say 30s before he actually got diagnosed with ADHD.
Yeah, I
And
only recently got actually diagnosed by an actual
yeah,
doctor.
yeah, right. And so he got on meds and went back to school, and suddenly, oh my gosh, he was able to complete a bachelor's. and and
Yeah.
parlayed that into a career and he doesn't take meds anymore because he wasn't on them for most of his life. But it's also it's kind of fascinating because he's Math Pig, I love you. I love it when Irishmen flirt with me. All right. But no, I can't turn my camera on for 5 minutes because it's not working. I don't know what to do. Sorry. But anyway, yeah, so but what he is able to do is he developed this ability to hyper focus. So like he and his wife all together, they're a blended family. They had 7 kids.
Yeah.
And he wrote a novel on top of working full time and helping to raise 7 kids. And I'm like, "How the fuck, man? I could
Hyper
Did you
focus.
sleep?" Yeah, see? And there you go. That look of recognition on your face, Cat, and what you just said, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And
Yeah,
that's
see,
what I was wondering. Because I
my
think
only problem is that I can't control what I hyper focus on.
yeah. No, that's fair.
So sometimes it's something great, like hyper focus on cleaning the whole house because I'm tired of it being messy. Other times it's hyper focus on staring at the fucking wall for no reason because
Sure.
it decided.
No, I get that. My darling has just informed me that if I hear footsteps in the yard, it's not a person, it's the world's fattest possum. I'm not sure which is
Fantastic.
more disturbing, honestly. We do have a lot of possums here in the South.
They are the best. Trash pandas are the best.
Yep, it's gonna be fine. They're just large they're the only North American marsupials,
Marsupial.
you know? That's cool.
And they're better
Oh,
for the environment than they aren't, so we keep them
yeah.
around.
Yeah.
They eat ticks and snakes and other stuff.
I didn't know they ate snakes.
Yeah, they will absolutely murderize a snake.
Oh, wow. I like snakes, but I mean if they're like
I mean,
dangerous
like,
snakes,
yeah,
I
like
don't need
corn
them.
snakes and rattlesnakes and other ones that could hurt you or your pets. So they're
Oh shit, if they'll
possums
eat
are.
rattlesnakes, that's fine.
I'm pretty
Yep.
sure they will. Somebody
Mm.
fact check me on that, but I'm pretty sure they
Yeah,
will.
someone let us know if we're wrong, but
I'm always open to being wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what I remember from when I learned
yeah.
about possums.
Drew says, I hyper focus on so many things when I get in the zone. I don't think about anything else, see anything else, and just talk about it. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Shit. This is all sounding
Seems.
really familiar. Ooh.
It's funny
Okay,
because
Math Pig
I
is
didn't think that I had ADHD. I thought I was just a bad student or a bad kid until TikTok came around, like
oh,
in the last couple of years. And then
yeah.
there was a bunch of creators that I found that I really resonated with, and they were like, "Yeah, if you have these problems, you probably have ADHD." And then I went and I got tested, and they were like, would you like your medicine now or later?" And then I went to my doctor, and my doctor's like, "You can't have this for certain reasons right now, so you have to wait." I'm like, "Fuck." So
Yeah.
now I have to make another appointment with my doctor to get all that shit sorted out.
I did have one oh, Math Pig's trying to troubleshoot me through OBS to get my camera to work, but I'm not dude, I'm sorry, man. This is my 3rd glass of wine. I'm not up for it. Um I love you and I appreciate the sentiment and I'll send you a picture later of my smiling face and just my face, but seriously, I'm good. But yeah, I had a therapist think that I had she wanted me to get tested for ADHD, which would not be shocking because my dad has it, my brother has it, at least one of my nephews has it that I know of. So it definitely runs in the family.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I asked my brother about it because I've got 2 anxiety disorders, and like when I have to take if I have an allergic reaction or something where I have to take a steroid, it's really really rough. It's really difficult, and so I asked my brother because ADHD medicine is speed, but it affects the ADHD brain
Yep.
differently. It doesn't affect it like speed. Yeah. So I asked my brother. I was like, "Hey, do "Do you think I have ADHD?" And he said, I don't know, but given the stuff that I've seen you do, I'd say either you don't or you have developed coping mechanisms to the point where medication is not necessary."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Okay, I'll take it. You're not a fucking doctor,
Does
but, you
does
live with this."
yeah, does caffeine make you tired?
Uh, I don't know. I'm always kinda tired, but I love caffeine. I need a lot of
Like
it.
does caffeine wake you up or make you feel tired?
It
Like
definitely
does
wakes
it
me up.
okay, then you probably don't have ADHD.
Okay, good to know. Thank you.
Because the same receptors in the brain that make caffeine make you tired have to do with ADHD.
Oh, you
So
can't see me, but I'm nodding. Okay.
it's likely that if you do have ADHD, caffeine's going to make you tired because caffeine is a stimulant and the
Yeah.
ADHD brain needs stimulation all the time. So when it finally gets it, it's like, relaxing.
Oh, no.
So
Yeah,
it's like
no.
people are like, here, have an energy drink to wake you up. And I'm like, that's not gonna work for me. That's gonna make me go to sleep.
Exactly. Yeah, no,
That just
I
makes my bones
definitely
vibrate. That's fine.
yeah, no, I definitely need caffeine to wake up.
I mean, I need
Absolutely.
caffeine to function because
Yeah.
finds out that I've been self-medicating with caffeine my whole life to make my ADHD function. I didn't realize it until I found out I had ADHD because I've been pretty much caffeine dependent my whole life.
That's actually an interesting thing, though.
So
Caden says that's, probably explains why I used to be able to drink a 5-hour energy shot and then go to bed.
yeah.
Yeah.
I refer to my ADHD as my brain bees because that's what it feels like in my brain. It's just there's bees. Sometimes they're happy bees and we can get things done, and sometimes they're pissed. Sometimes they're very angry bees.
Oh my gosh. That sounds similar. I know it's not the same thing at all, but it reminds me a little bit of being bipolar. It's like, yeah.
They're pretty similar. Like that's probably why sometimes you feel like you might have ADHD is because they are very similar.
Yeah, in presentation.
Mm-hmm.
Cause yeah, I can definitely when I'm when I'm manic, I can definitely get shit done.
Yeah.
But I don't understand why everyone else around me is moving so slowly.
Yeah. That's kind of what hyperfocus feels like.
Okay, that's interesting.
It's like a teeny tiny dose of mania.
That is really interesting. Right
Like
on.
that's a good way to explain. Like if you like since you are bipolar or have bipolar disorder, however you
Mhm.
choose to
I'm cool
refer to
either
that,
way.
uh, that's a good way to kind of wrap your mind around what uh, hyperfocus feels like for us. It's very similar to that feeling of mania, other than it doesn't last nearly as long,
Yeah.
and it just happens.
Yeah.
It's like a D20 roll,
Oh,
and
nice.
you roll a certain amount, and you're like, guess you got hyperfocus for the next
Yeah,
the
for me, it's like I
undisclosed amount of
roll
time.
above a 10, I'm manic. I roll under a 10, I'm depressed. It fucking sucks.
Yeah.
'Cause I and that's the shitty thing about it is that, it's so funny. It's one of the reasons why it can take so long to get diagnosed is that when you're manic, you don't seek help because,
You
like,
don't need help. You're
no,
fine.
to me, everything's fantastic. Are you
Everything is
kidding?
as good as it could ever be.
Absolutely. Everything's great. I can do anything. I can get anything done. I don't understand. Why is everyone constantly asking me if I'm okay? That's
I'm
weird.
fine. Everything's great.
It's like, "No, I'm totally fine. What the fuck?" Yeah. It
And
it
then
it
not
takes a lot of
fine.
developing self-awareness,
Yeah, absolutely.
you know? So that was fun. We definitely, parlayed this into a mental health talk, which is always good. I am always
Yeah.
down for that. My goodness.
My bad. I exist to bring chaos everywhere all
No,
the
you're
time.
great. You are great. Y'all, Crazy Catnip is amazing, and if you aren't subbed to her channel, what the fuck are you doing?
I
I
actually
don't have
don't
a
post
link in
on
the
YouTube
description because
hardly
I suck,
anymore.
and I did this at the last minute on my lunch break, but seriously,
How
sub
is
to
working
Crazy
out for you?
Catnip, 2Ks. Sorry, go
Yeah,
ahead.
hold on. I'll change my name so that everybody knows it. Because everybody's like, how is it spelled? It's spelled
it's
exactly the way you would think it's spelled,
it's
just with
K
K's
R
instead of C's.
A Z Y KATNIP. Crazy
It's
catnip.
spelled.
Just with K's
It's
instead of C's.
spelled like this. Also,
Yeah.
you can find me just about anywhere with this handle,
Yeah.
except for Twitter. Twitter's the only place where it's slightly different. Just add 98 at the end.
There you go. That's so weird. I don't believe those other
It's because
97 crazy
somebody.
catnips exists.
Well, no, I didn't do it because it was the next number in that wasn't taken. I did it because it's the year I was born. I was
Oh,
like,
okay.
oh, good enough.
Jesus
I have to add
Christ.
numbers to it.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just realized, Kat, that you were born like 2 years after I graduated from high school.
Yeah, sounds about right.
That's okay. It's fine.
It's okay.
No, it's absolutely fine.
Shut up, math pig.
I don't know.
Bastard.
I who the fuck knows? Math pig, call your girlfriend. Yeah, I don't know, you know I love you, Irish, but seriously, what? Anyway, um, oh, wait, what? Math pig said, haha, my mental health is at distract to self or burn the world. Distract itself.
Oneself.
Oh,
He used the
distract
number
itself.
one.
Got it. Okay. Sorry.
Distract oneself or burn the world.
Right, or burn the world. Okay, no, I feel that. I feel that, math pig, for sure.
My dude,
Mm,
that tracks.
yeah. That's when I'm in a mixed state. I have just enough energy to cause trouble, but I'm also depressed, so I'm upset with everything. It's rough. Mixed states are rough.
Yeah. No, I feel that.
Ooh, okay. Are
I
you
am.
getting tired?
I mean, I'm always in a perpetual state of tired.
God, me too.
I sleep in 4-hour increments, and then I wake
Jesus.
up and have to function. Even if there's nothing to do. My brain has just gotten to a point where it's just like we sleep for 4 hours. Time to do something.
We're just used to that now. This
Yeah.
is life.
Well, I mean, the baby schedule's been all kinds of hacked lately. It was good there for a bit, and then at some point we fell off the wagon, and schedules just kind of flew out the window.
Yeah.
And we've been
It's
trying
easy
so hard to
to
get her back on a schedule that works, but
yeah.
then it's usually my brain not paying attention to time because time blindness is a motherfucker.
Wait a minute. I'm gonna come back to that in 2 seconds, Kat. Good night, math pig. Love you. Have
Good
sweet
night,
dreams.
Math Pig.
Okay. I'm sorry. Say that last term again. Did you just say what
Time
now?
blindness.
Time blindness. That's what I thought you
It's
said.
an
Please
it's an
explain what that is.
ADHD. It's an ADHD thing, or well, I mean,
Mhm.
you can have ADHD and not have some of the symptoms, but time blindness is one that uh, I very much struggle with. It goes kind of hand in hand with hyperfocus, but it doesn't always have to.
Okay.
It's where we just time doesn't mean anything to my brain. So
Mm.
it's like if I say I'm going to do something in 5 minutes, it might be 6 hours, couple days. My brain does not track time the way that
Okay.
the world tracks time. So it's like I can say I'm going to do that in a minute, and that minute could be like 4 weeks from now. And it's not that I
Um,
forgot; it's just that my brain didn't. Just it doesn't have a perception of time. So I have to like look at the clock or completely ignore it. Like if I have to be somewhere at a certain time, I will like watch the clock like it's the only thing I have to do. And I will purposefully not do anything else because if I do, I'm going to forget what time it is. Because
oh,
a minute for catnip brain is not a minute in real life.
okay.
They are entirely different metrics of time. And
Okay.
so it's something a lot of people struggle with ADHD,
Yeah, and
which
to
is why we're
piggyback
either
on that,
chronically late or super early to stuff.
super early, yeah. Nevermore says that can also happen with to people with dyslexia, and
Yep.
yeah,
There's lots of comorbidities between lots of mental illnesses. Time blindness is just One of them that is mostly referred to as an ADHD thing, but lots of mental illnesses have it as a symptom as well.
Yeah, I wonder about that because the moment you mentioned it, it seemed familiar, and that I tend to be very much in the present.
Yeah,
And like my best friend, who's been my best friend for over 20 years, we met when we were like 14, and she'll ask me like, "Do you remember so and so from high school?" And I'm like, "Nope." You know, like, no. And they give me some
nope.
context, and they're like, "Oh, hey, no, don't apologize, Math Pig. We fucking love you, man. You say whatever you want. We love you." Yeah. So, I don't know why you said sorry in the chat. I'm just letting you know. Like in general, Math Pig has carte blanche on this channel. Math Pig can say whatever he fucking wants. Okay. But yeah, so but she does that a lot, and I'm just like, how do you even remember all these people? Like, clearly our brains work differently
Yeah,
because I don't. Is, I'm like, if you're not in my life right now, I don't know who the fuck you are, but I remember faces, which is good. That's helped me out a few times, in terms of like
I don't know. I
former
haven't been around in
students
a
and
while,
things
and
like
you
that.
remember me.
Oh yeah, I know your face. But yeah, it's like, and weirdly, internet handles are a little easier, but I don't know if they're easier because of the association or just because they're always there. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
when you and I are in a chat room together, like your name is always there, so I always know it's you.
yeah,
Yeah. So if you suddenly walked up one day and said, "Hey, my name is, Sarah," I'd be like, "I don't know who the fuck that is." I'm pretty sure. But I might be wrong. Y'all, she's making chainmail. How fucking cool is that?
I am. I am making chainmail. Do you
Yeah.
want to see some of my finished products that I
Yes,
haven't yet?
please. I am
Cool.
you don't know the
And I
the
am at some point soon gonna start taking commissions.
the college student who was too shy to join the ACA, the society or no, the S whatever, the Society for Creative Anachronism, the SCA, there we go. Um is so jonesing for whatever you're making right now. It's a chainmail dice bag. Holy fucking shit.
Let me turn my light on. Yeah, I've made like several dice bags.
I would buy that.
Well, like I said, I'm gonna be starting commissions soon, so it's
Oh, it's so
this is like
pretty.
a dark hunter green, and then this is like
Yeah.
a royal purple, but it doesn't really show well on.
Oh, no, no, no. I can see it. Oh gosh. Hey, put me down just as a for one of those in the future when you're ready. Seriously.
And this is like a
Oh,
bronze,
that's pretty
and
too.
this is like a bright gold.
I prefer the purple and hunter green, but just saying.
Well,
That's
well,
gorgeous too.
that's the whole purpose of commissions is that I buy enough rings
Oh,
for one project at a
right.
time.
Here we go. Here's some feedback for you. That's fucking rad.
This one's also that same hunter green and black, but it's like a one after the other kind of pattern, so it actually looks really cool. It kind of color shifts depending on how you look at it. Like in some lights it's more green, and some lights it's more
Yeah.
black.
Oh, so pretty. Oh my gosh.
And then this one was the most fun to make because I was told just use whatever colors you have, and my brain was like I can't just do that. So I rolled I think it was a D8
Huh.
for each row. So I picked out 8 colors and then I rolled a D8,
Oh
and
my
that
gosh.
determined what color was going next.
It's
So
the D8 bag. That's what
yeah,
you should
it's
call
the
it.
random color bag.
Yeah. That's
These are
so cool.
actually Christmas gifts for some family in Kentucky. My family in Kentucky. So these were their favorite colors, and I was like, well, I'm gonna make you dice bags.
That is
And I haven't mailed
amazing.
them yet. They were supposed to be there by solstice, but my dumbass didn't go to the post office.
No, no, you are not dumb. Don't talk about my friend Cat like that.
Well,
Hey,
see,
so do you have
I
an Etsy
had
store or
the
anything yet?
amount. No, I was gonna set up like an Instagram store because I don't want to go through Etsy because they
Okay.
take too much as a commission. like for Etsy, you have, as a seller, you pay, I want to say it's like 50 cents for every listing. So every time I make a listing, I have to pay them 50 cents. And then they take like 20% of whatever is given to you. So I was just going to do it. Like,
Well,
I
we
was going to
got, it
advertise,
looks
like
like we
make like
got
an
at least
Instagram
3
store or
people in the
something.
chat who are very interested in dice bags. So
So anybody who is interested, you can find me on Twitter, and my DM should be open to everybody. If not, just follow me, and I tend to follow everybody back anyway.
yeah.
And then I actually don't have my big dice bag, so those are the standard size that I make. They hold all of the dice I currently have. Well, just about all of the dice I currently have, which is about 13 full sets of dice, like 13 7 dice sets.
Nice.
So they hold a good bit, because even though they look really small, they do hold a good bit because they expand.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, I can tell.
And
I've
then
been
I
at this
have
game
a
long enough. I can
yeah,
tell.
I have a mock-up of the bigger sized one, but it's currently behind my couch because the toddler likes to take mommy's chainmail and hide it because she thinks it's funny. And I just haven't fished it out from behind the couch. So
That's all right. Oh, Cadence has some backup for you about Etsy. Etsy also takes some more commission off of your profit when it's bought after using an external link from a promo website.
yep.
Oh, that's so lame.
And they
I feel
also
bad.
recently, like in the last, I want to say it was earlier in 2021. So before 2021, you could choose to let Etsy advertise for you, kind of what Cadence is talking about, like in those Facebook ads. Like you
Mhm.
used to be able to choose whether or not you want that and then pay separately for that feature if you wanted it. But
Mhm.
recently, at some point in 2021, they made it mandatory. Like you can't opt out of it anymore. So you just have to pay them for this advertising you don't even want. And so it's just, there's so much going on with Etsy that I just refuse. That's
Okay,
why I
that
was
is
just
some
going to do it
bullshit.
by DMs and stuff.
Yeah, no, I agree. All right, so if y'all want a dice bag made especially for you by Crazy Catnip, find
Yeah,
Crazy
you can
Catnip
find
on
me
Twitter.
at Twitter. It's spelled just like this with the numbers 9-8 afterwards.
Mm-hmm. Crazy Catnip 98
Yep. If
on
you're
Twitter.
following Julie, you can find me in her followers list or
Yes.
following list because we're
Yes, you
both
can.
following each other.
Yeah, and junk shops too. So.
Yes. Also Junk Shop.
All right.
I
And on
love
that
them
note,
so
I got to
much.
tell you, I am getting a terrible headache.
Well, go
So,
get some rest. You're probably exhausted.
yeah, I've been up since 5. So I'm going to
Gross.
I know.
I don't even remember if me and you were on
Yeah.
the same time zone, but fucking gross.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, it's cool. I mean, I woke up at 5. I lazed around in bed till 5:30 and then I got up and then I made coffee and everything was okay.
Yeah.
But now I'm getting a headache. So, but hey, Cat, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Um,
I love
Thank
you and I
you.
miss you.
I love
I
you
want to hang out more.
too. I will definitely stream more. I'm gonna get back
I
on
mean,
the horse, guys.
we don't even have to stream to other people. I just want
That's
to hang
true.
out
We
with you
could
in
just
Junk
chat.
Shop. I miss you guys.
I miss you too. All right. Well, I want to thank everybody in the chat. We got Drew, we got Junie, we got Nevermore, we got my darling Junk Shop, we got we had the Irishman himself up in here. I'm probably missing some people. Cadence. Oh my gosh, we have Cadence. Gosh.
B was around. I don't know if he's still there, but B was around for a
Yeah,
bit.
he was around. Got to thank my patrons: a bit of tea and Danish, Santi the Sane, Godless Granny Lavender Lady, and Junie the Apostate. I want to say the Incomparable and and B Brett, thank you, and also Ox, and also my word, I'm forgetting everyone, and also Brainbug,
Yeah, Junie,
Bree,
we're
thank you so
following
much for
each
being
other
here. We
already.
love you, and I gotta say, y'all, if you have not donated to Lavender Lady's
Absolutely.
coffee/kidney fund, please do so if you can. I know not
Speaking of
everybody has the
Lavender
money. That's
Lady,
okay. If you don't have the money, you can, donate some time. You can donate a homemade thing to be auctioned off. I should have the information for that, and I don't, but I know it's happening at some point. I'm writing a poem. Oh, pretty! We
This
got
is
dice
like a
bag going.
lavender purple and a dark
Oh,
purple.
lavender purple, nice.
So if we are doing an auction thing, I will be donating this for that.
Awesome.
And
DM
I'll put a tie
DM
on it.
B, no, just B about that,
Yeah,
please.
I'll get it B about that.
Okay, good. Yeah. Okay, so you hear that, B? We got another
Cuz
item for the auction.
I made this and I was like, because I had these colors laying around and I was like, I should do something about this. And then I had planned to make a bag out of these colors. And then all the lavender lady stuff happened. And I was like, I don't know if she would want this, but I'm going to make it anyway.
Yeah.
So
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's get her a freaking kidney.
absolutely.
And it's not even about getting her the kidney, you guys. It's about all the stuff that getting a new kidney requires. There we
Absolutely.
go. Links in the chat. Links in the
Yeah.
chat.
B just posted the
B
link in the chat.
just posted it. Yeah, it's about getting her the support system that the
Yeah.
the transport my word, I'm sorry, y'all.
I'm
I'm
not in
getting a
that
headache every
DM
time.
group on Twitter, B. You need to add me.
Yeah. It's the organ transplant. Sorry, there we go. Board requires, which is that you have a support system. So what we're working on, since our dear lavender lady doesn't well, her family didn't deserve her anyway, but they don't she doesn't have any living relatives. So we're working on getting a situation where she can have caregivers, getting them travel money and a place to be and to stay while they're there, and food and things like that. So that's what that fund is going for. So please help Diana and give,
Absolutely.
yeah, give to her. Like if you want to give her money instead of being a patron of mine, go ahead. It's her fucking
Absolutely.
life, y'all. I'm cool. Like it just, yeah. Okay. And that's all I'm gonna say about that, or I'm gonna start to cry. But yeah,
Yeah.
you can DM B no just B on Twitter in the help Diana Twitter, or I'm sorry, DM. You can also click on the link there and just it looks like you're donating a coffee. You can give as much as you want.
Yeah.
Uh,
They do
so
$5 increments, but you can do odd numbers as
yeah,
well. You just have
exactly.
to go
Yeah,
a
you
different
can you
spot.
can do, whatever you can. And listen, y'all, this is a situation where I know we're not all millionaires here. Like every little bit helps, literally.
Yeah.
We've raised
Honestly.
uh I think at last count, and don't quote me on this because I was out of it for a couple of days, but in like 48 hours we raised over 2 grand or something. It was
Yeah,
crazy.
the last time I looked at it, which was right after the streamathon, we had raised $2,100.
There you go.
And I don't know how much has come in since then,
Yeah.
but right after the streamathon, I did the math myself and it was up to $2,100,
Yeah.
which
Which
is
is awesome.
awesome.
That is freaking awesome. I mean,
I don't know if you see B in the chat. He said we need to get at least 12,500 to get her kidney.
yeah.
So
Yeah. So
we're
that's the
nowhere
goal.
near close, but we're getting there.
Yeah, exactly. So let's all get that, and if we can, and as we can,
Oh, B just
again.
updated. B just says that there's it's at 21.90 right now.
Yes,
So
it's
like
at
$10 from being
2190 right now, and we need 12,500. So
yeah.
this is doable,
It
y'all.
really is. It's doable because we've got a long. It's not like I mean, the faster we can do it, the better.
Yeah,
But we do have some amount of wiggle room.
right. It's not, she is in renal failure, but it's not like she's gonna die next week. Like if you need to
I
wait
mean, the sooner, like I
a
said, the
pay
sooner we
period,
can do it, the better.
yeah, the sooner we can do it, the better. But we're a sixth of the way there. I'm just gonna,
Yep.
yeah, there we go. Someone who can do fractions. Thank you, Mr.
Yeah.
B. I cannot do fractions. But yeah, we're a sixth of the way there, and we can get that other 5/6. So
Yeah. It's doable. We can do
yeah,
it.
It's doable. It's absolutely doable. So,
And Diana is so worth it.
and she
She's
is.
worth every penny of it.
I mean, I you know,
She's worth every bit of it.
I want to say, of course, any human life would be worth it, but
I
and
wouldn't be I wouldn't be
but
campaigning for I wouldn't be raising money for a kidney for Trump.
yeah, I wouldn't either. Nope. Fuck that guy. But but for Diana, I mean, she lifts all of us up, you guys. Like she has lifted me up. I know there is not a person
She's like
in
the
this
fairy
community.
godmother of the community. Like
Yeah, she absolutely is. She's the
if you
fairy
need
godmother of the
something
community.
and she can help you, she's on top of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
And
she was one of the
she's
first
so
people that
brilliant and so amazing.
yeah. She was one of the very first people that welcomed me into the community when I first started on YouTube. Her
Yay.
and Neil.
Oh, her and Neil. Yeah, I agree. Her and Neil too were two of the first for me as well. So B says, also, if you feel like donating a kidney and it doesn't match hers, they can use yours for a trade. And that is absolutely true. Um, I had well, I'm not going to get into that. But anyway, I've been kind of in peripherally the transplant organ situation. And the great thing about kidneys is we all have two. So if you're smarter than I am and you don't smoke cigarettes, you can very likely donate a kidney. And if that's the case and you're not a match for Diana, there is a program where they'll match you to someone else and then they will find someone who matches Diana and they will make that happen. They'll make this
Yeah.
triangle of transplants happen. And if you haven't seen that episode of Grey's Anatomy, no, it is actually a real thing. It's not just fiction. So so check it out. Um yeah, and B has one kidney and is doing just fine. So Nevermore, I don't know. That would be a question for your medical professional. It can depend on the meds, and I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I'm an English major who's a technical writer now. That's all I know. I don't know shit about medicine other than what I need to take.
Yeah.
Yeah, she says that she lights a cigarette, which makes her organs even less donatable. But anyway,
I mean,
fuck. Okay, but no, but yeah, it is important to point out, I do know people who have done this. They've donated like a part of a kidney, or I'm sorry, nope, that's wrong. Nope, part of a liver, because the liver is the one organ in the body that regenerates itself. Um, and we're able to do that. So I've actually known someone in real life who did that, which is amazing. And then yeah, if you can donate a kidney, if you are healthy and you're in a good place, you know. Um oh my gosh, Junie, you're gonna make me cry. You guys. Junie says I'll have to test, but if I'm a match, I'll give it. Okay. Love you, girl.
Junie, you're the best.
Yeah. All right. Y'all have officially made me cry. That means it's time to stop. All right. Mm,
It's because our
okay.
community is full of people that care about people.
Yeah. Yeah, and that is the beautiful thing about it. So, Kat, do you have anything you want to shill or anything you want to?
I mean, aside from if you're interested in dice bags, you can hit me up on Twitter.
I'm
I can tell
totally
you
gonna
what
hit
my
you up on Twitter.
availability looks like for that. I stream whenever I want about whatever I want to Twitch. So it's twitch.tv/crazy catnip, spelled exactly like it's spelled here, no space in the middle.
There you go. All right, check out Crazy Catnip's Twitch channel. Follow her on Twitter. She's awesome. She's rad. And also, you can hit up just B on Twitter, or you can hit up um Savage Minnow
Yeah,
for
Savage
information
is
about
been Savage
yeah,
has been on top of this whole Diana thing. She's the one that
so much so.
rallied everybody for the streamathon.
Yeah.
She's been absolutely vital in keeping all of the information together.
Honestly, I've been so out of touch that I wasn't really aware of Savage Minnow until she came in like freaking Muhammad Ali fighting for Diana on this
Yeah,
thing. And I was like, okay, she's a badass. I want to know who she is.
absolutely. She's actually
Yeah.
been around about the same amount of time I've been around, I think, if not longer.
Yeah, yeah, no, she's been around for a minute. I'm just,
Yeah.
I live in a under a rock apparently. But yeah, no, check out check out Savage Minnow, please. And all right. Well, y'all, thank you so much for a good night. And yeah, love to everybody. Thank you. Thank you, Kat. Love from Memphis. Thank you so much for joining me, Crazy Catnip. And
Thank you for having me.
of course.
Gotta do this
And
more.
I will. And remember, you can't find truth in wine, but you may find it in reason.